I want to say that I am PTA and I am proud to be PTA. So I'm really proud, of course, of everything that we have been accomplishing this year so far. And I wanted just to start with our membership growth. We are creating growth every single day. We have a new membership campaign coming out very shortly. And I'd like to thank the membership chair, as well as her committee, for the work that they continue to do. So when Otha Thornton, our national president, calls me up on the phone and tells me, congratulations, you have membership growth, I can certainly look back on that and say, that's an accomplishment. Whatever their numbers are and their metrics of what they use, I'm okay with that. Just call me and tell me that we're doing good things, because we are doing good things here in Florida. So thank you. And if you did not have an opportunity to get with Linda over this past weekend to share your story, please do, because we're going to take it and make it work for us. So thank you. Send it via email, any social media, Linda Nestor, or membership at floridapta.org. Florida PTA is working diligently with our national PTA, and we are working on items such as the data privacy. Data privacy is always been a very, shh, don't talk about it, it's private. Well, right now, we are working with the data privacy in our schools, making sure that organizations like Microsoft, like, I don't know, there's so many of them, AT&T, I don't know, all these real big communication companies are protecting our children's data. Not being able to go into the schools and pulling whatever they want, making sure the districts are signing pledges, making sure the companies that are out there with our children's information are signing pledges not to use the information inappropriately because of all the crazy people out there, which that last panel told us about. They're out there. So not only has digital learning been a term that we've all been kind of uncomfortable with, but it's here and it's going to be a household term for us. So I want PTA to know that it is valuable that we understand what digital learning and data privacy is really all about, and there's so much more to come with that. As you can see from this weekend, we've developed a lot of relationships in the health and wellness field and around the state of Florida. So we will continue to do that. So when we get to Tallahassee and we get to Washington, we're not standing alone. Florida PTA does not stand alone. We stand amongst some of the great leaders of our community organizations, our school districts, and our school boards, and all those that stand in the same place as we do on behalf of children. Sometimes we don't agree with the people that we sit on coalitions with on one issue, but may sit with another and be comfortable with another. So this weekend, I feel like we brought this group together to just have a conversation, to start talking about things that are a little uncomfortable, that we can bring home and start the dialogue back home. And if it means talking about sexual abuse and sexual violence and rape and all these really, really horrible things that are happening, we need to start talking about it and make it so our children do not have to be standing up here when they are 50 years old and discussing it still. We wanted them to be able to say that my mom and my dad ended it by starting things like this. So thank you, Alice, McClellan, Bernie, for getting this rolling. I do appreciate that. Later this month, I know Penny and Melody talked about we're going to have a webinar. But that webinar is not just going to be about what kind of snacks we can eat. But we're going to talk about how we could make the process of this implementation easier and smoother, and what we can do to engage the community to join us in this. Because without the community action, we're not going to be able to get this done. Parents are going to still want to go to Publix and get the big giant cupcake. They're going to still want to go out to the pizza place down the street and bring in the 5 pizza pies for the class of 25 kids. No kid needs that much pizza. I like pizza, but nobody needs that much pizza. But wouldn't it be great if you can walk into your community, to the local pizza place or to your local Publix and say, we're sorry, we can't do business with you because you don't use whole grain crust. but the last year or the last 5 years, your business earned over $50,000 by doing business with our school. What will it take for you to have whole grain crust and better quality cheese for that pizza? Is it going to cost you $50,000? No, you're going to make 40 by adding better product to your kitchen. So these are the things that PTA has the opportunity to go out and advocate for. So we need to go out and start talking about how this will impact their business. Schools are going to change the way that we handle our food in our food service and food allowed to be coming in. So if we go out there and we take charge and we let the communities know that on July 1st, this is going to be happening in their schools, at least they'll thank us and say, thanks for letting us know, McDonald's. Thanks for letting us know. Anything can happen, but it's up to us to make that change. On June 30th, any school that has a free and reduced lunch program will be required to have a healthy school team. Many of you might already have one in progress. It may be called something else, but the legislature will be looking over and making sure that you have a healthy school team right there in your school. So if they're not there, you guys feel free to take the lead on that. Tell them I sent you. And then Graham had mentioned on Sunday, March 15th, we'll host our second annual legislative conference in Tallahassee. We had them a long time ago, but we brought it back last year, so we are proud to say that we're having our second one this year. Florida members will advocate together on issues that do concern us. We'll reach out to the legislators and share the support and concerns that they have and remind them of the power of our advocacy. And that parents and teachers are here to create solutions and that are fair, and we want fair and equitable funding and education for all of our children. So, session's coming. Please get out there, make that phone call, let them know that you are a concerned PTA parent. Well, let me go back to the PTA parent. When someone asks you why you were here this weekend and why you are a PTA member, please tell them that you're here for their child, my child, all of our children. That's what makes us leaders. We don't just see what's in our home. We look outside and we look to see what the greater issues are. Don't forget to look what's going on in your house, because sometimes we focus on everybody else and we sometimes forget that our kids are, oh, Mom. But that's okay. Those kids, your kids are going to be fine. So this coming summer, the National PTA is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we hope that you guys join us as we host our state table in the vendor hall. And then join us on stage to share with the national delegates that once again in 2016, Florida PTA will be the host state for National Convention. And it's going to be right here in Orlando on Disney property. And you know, it is a lot of work for Florida PTA, so we will need lots of volunteers. Lots and lots of volunteers. We're working diligently with National PTA to ensure that our volunteers are treated the way that we should be treated, and that way that we treat people when they come to our home. So I'm sure you guys will all take advantage of the wonderful opportunities that National PTA has to offer. But last and not least, our premier event coming in July of 2015, our leadership convention at the fabulous Innisbrook Country Club in Palm Harbor. It is a cool place to go, not just Innisbrook, but Pinellas County. They're really very nice hosts and hostesses. They're hip. All right. And just so you know, our app this weekend was just a taste of what's to come when we get our app up and running, where you could see every class that we have and where to go at what time, and you don't have to carry around lots of paper because all the information will be right there on your app. So if you don't have a smartphone, you have until July to get one.